he's trying to dunk on the don't, which is the parental rights and education, which the left says that don't say gay bill, even though it doesn't say that. And he wants to move people to New York. So what he's talking about are these digital billboards that are designed by these subsidiaries, and WPPP is this advertising entity, and they're going to appear in the states that he was talking, or the cities he was talking about, for 8 weeks and Monday, starting I think this week. And he goes, you can come to the city where you can say wherever you want. That's what one of the ads says, and then it's surrounded by the word gay in various font sizes and colors, which is the lamest ad I've ever seen. Someone got paid to make that in Corel Draw. And another one says, when other states show their true colors, we show ours. And I'm just thinking, because they're spending taxpayer dollars in New York City to advertise to gays in Florida to try to dunk on the parental rights and education law. And then they think that they're going to persuade people to come back to New York City or to move to New York City? Do they actually think that's going to happen? So what we were talking about this on break, and we're like, well, what would that, because the housing market, is it in existence in New York City? I mean, how are you going to, like, what would an ad, like if it's Eric Adams trying to sell to gays who are living the good life in sunny Florida, trying to get them to come back to Gotham? What does that ad look like? And so we were imagining that, and we're actually kind of looking, with price slightly inflated, at actual legitimate New York property. And so this is probably, Kane, what an ad would sound like. Hey guys, it's Eric Adams, Mayor of New York City. Are you dreaming of moving away from the sandy beaches of sunny Florida for grayscale high-rise urban living? Let me help you make that happen. I want you to check out Gravesend, a unique Brooklyn cottage. It's a legal single-family home, historic at nearly 100 years old, and with a spacious 312 square feet of space. Just look at the amenities. Aluminum siding, porcelain toilet, square foot of grass right outside the front door. Currently listing at $1.5 million. If you're tired of no state income tax, if you feel there just isn't enough excitement on your morning commute because there's no worry as to whether or not you'll get pushed onto some train tracks by an unhinged homeless person or knocked out cold on the sidewalk by unchecked and unrepentant criminal youth, then get away from the safety and security of Florida and head on up to New York City. Yeah, where restaurants, theater, and culture are just steps away. Over the feces and needles. New York City, where at least you're not dead. It's probably what the ad would be like. I'm just saying.
Man, that's enticing.
Is that enticing you? We have, I mean, there's gay conservatives in Florida that listen to the show. Are they enticed? I mean, imagine, like, you're sipping a mimosa, which, by the way, brunch was invented to day drink. It's the vehicle for alcohol. Imagine, you're living the high life by palm trees. You're in, Palm Beach. You're drinking your mimosa, looking at your Keep Calm Carry On poster. No, I'm kidding. That's if you know that video, then you know. And then you decide, are you going to actually move back to New York?
That's a hell no.
I mean, just imagine this. Imagine this. So, like, you're considering this. Kane? Man is slashed in the neck with a box cutter on New York City's Wall Street subway. Police hunt suspect who fled on foot in latest violent attack. The victim was attacked on a northbound 4-5 train on Tuesday. Police say he engaged in an altercation with his attacker, who pulled out a box cutter and slashed his neck. The attacker, described by cops as a man in his 30s wearing a sweatshirt, fled the scene and remains at large in New York City, where at least you're not dead. There's a headline. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that they're thinking of all of these things, right? Right. Or what about, Kane, what about this one? Innocent woman, 61, returning home from grocery shopping is shot in the back and killed as she's caught in a shootout between 4 men in the Bronx, the latest to die in New York's spiraling gun violence. This is a horrible story. She was rushed to St. Barnabas Hospital. Suspects fled on foot. No arrests have been made as of Tuesday morning. Where in New York City, well, at least most of the time, you're not dead. Yeah. I mean, what's not to love, Eric Adams? How much do you think they're spending on this? On the ads that they're putting up there?
Well, it's tax money, so whatever the amount, it's a waste.
I mean, I can't. The ads are dumb looking. They legit look like someone just discovered the rainbow gradient in Adobe Photoshop, and that's it. You know what we're going to do with our ad? We're going to have the black background, white words, and then when we reference gay stuff, I just want you to, if you could, just put an extra layer in a Photoshop and use the rainbow gradient on that. Yes, is that going to be a vertical or horizontal gradient? Great question. I think maybe we start with the horizontal gradient so we can get the full spectrum of colors, just depending on how we have the words that suggest gay in it. They actually think this is a free speech issue. That's legit what I'm opposing. That's legit what one of the words, that's what one of their things in here. They think it's a free speech issue. And one of their ads, that's how they actually promote it. They say, New York City is alive, and so is rainbow free speech. No one is saying that you can't say, what do they think is going to happen if you say gay in Florida? I bet, do they think that there's like an army of drones that descend up on you? It's parental rights in education. It's telling teachers, hi, can you teach kindergartners to third graders about, math and science? No, I want to teach them about how to have sex. That's what this is about.
It reminds me of the music we play at the end of the show every day. Beetlejuice.
Yeah, right? It's just so, oh my gosh. It's amazing in a sad way. I mean, I'm not making light of, any of the crimes that have happened, but Jiminy Christmas.